to Project Aldwyn. Right, well today in Project Aldwyn we're going to be focusing on doing some more scenic work, obviously. So what I'll do is, I'll just say now that what I'm going to do, which you can't necessarily see the hill, but this side and down to here I'm going to be doing some long grass, and to do that I'm going to be using some of this, which is hanging basket liner, which I managed to get the other day, and I'm hoping that it won't be too thinly laid on its mat to not get enough ground coverage, but I'll demonstrate what I'm planning to do by using a thing on my desk to show you in a few minutes. And then I have this big bag of ballast, so hopefully now we will get these areas filled in, and I might even get to getting the stone walls for around the blacksmith's hut stuck down, and then maybe some grass work done with that. So that's what I'm aiming to do in this video. And then I guess, you know, there might be a chance to see some trains running at the end of it if everything's all dry and it all works out fine. So this will be filmed over a day or so because I'll need to wait for glue to set, but that is the plan. So that's what's coming up. Right, so this is basically a technique that I've used on a few different layouts over the years, and I can't actually remember where I originally saw it. It might have been through the New Railway Modelers forum website or somewhere else, but basically what you do is you paint your surface with PVA, and then you lay your hanging basket liner down with the backing of the liner, this side, facing up. And then, I don't think I used enough glue when testing this, it was just a test piece, but basically when the glue's dry, you can then tease off the backing, just gently. And if it comes off in the one piece that I'm hoping it will, this is the first test, so I don't know if it's actually going to work very well. Basically pull off the backing, and it leaves you with a sort of grassy field look. Sort of long grass. It's not really good for lawns and well kept grassy areas, and then you can kind of trim it to how you want, however long you want, because obviously some of this grass will look overscale, so you can probably just I don't know if I have any small scissors in here. Nope, not in my drawer anyways. But basically, it looks like kind of like grass. I suppose it's an alternative to using static grass. I'll have to use a hoover to hoover off all the loose bits. That's why I was saying I need more glue to kind of seep through the grass, as it were. But it's meant to look unkempt. And I've used it on Beaglington-On-Sea and a few other layouts. So that's what I'm going to aim to try and do, and then if I need to touch up areas, I can, you know, tear apart some bits and stick them down or whatever. And you tend to find the hanging basket liners themselves have some different colours in some different things, so there might be brown areas or whatever, where the fibres are not all the same colour, and that will give you a more natural look to the grass because it won't all be one consistent colour. Sorry, I've got a cold. So that is hopefully what's going to happen. It's going to look nice, I think. Just imagine it, the hillside like that. And then some ballasting as well. So yeah, get on with that now. Alright, I think the first job I'm going to start with is actually installing this wall, because then I can do the grass work around it, and you know, it will be sat better in the environment. So I'm going to run I put some all-purpose clear glue, and I'm just going to put a little blob, run it along the bottom of the wall, and hopefully it'll all work out all right, because I'm going to have some hedging along the back. I'll just put some tiny dots of glue on the bottom, because if I need to move them. I don't want them to be too permanently attached to the ground. I probably should have put some glue over in between the joint of the two walls there. Let's put a spot, see, on here. That should be enough. And then there. And pop that there, and hopefully they won't. There. So that's that glued down, so I can leave that dry now. I'm not sure if I'm going to fix this down now because I do want to do a little bit of interior detailing to it. So I'll leave that loose for now because this area won't be grassed anyways. It'll be kind of like I can add tufts at the end and hedging and stuff, but this side of it will be the yard, as it were, for the forge. I'll just mark that with a pencil so I know that I'm going to kind of do like along the side there and over that way. There. And then there'll be a bit of grass running along here, and I'll have grass running along the edge of the ballast there, and I'll be doing some ballasting along here. And I don't know what I'll do the path out of. I might see if I've got some ballast left over and do like a stone path there that comes out onto this side where it's not finished with the sand, or I can just add more sand. So yeah, that's that glued down, and now I can hopefully start off on the grass. As you can see, I've got some pre-cut sections of the grass, and I've got my scissors here to trim some to go up here. And I've got some glue in an old soup tub, and I've got my paintbrush, and I'm going to paint on this glue up here and to make sure that it's actually quite thick, so that it can really soak into the hanging basket liner. And hold it on, because it's no good if it ends up peeling off, and work it down into the holes there, because I'm going to want it to overlap slightly as grass does. Right, well, it's time now to lay this down. So as you can see, this is the backing side, and that's the side that goes down. So what I'm going to do is, which was better? That way is probably best. Just make sure there's a bit of extra glue up here. Get into the, and I'm just going to put it up here, stretch it down that way, and push it in like that. Just be careful now, because it's actually the edge of where the engine shed's going to go. So I'm just going to push that down in there like that, and then we ballast down here, and then grass around there. So that's how I'm going to do that, and I'll show you how it is when it's done. Right, well now, as you can see, I'm going to crack on with the ballast. I've put it into a big freezer bag with a zip lock thing on the top, so that it doesn't spill everywhere, because normally when I open the bags I lose loads of ballast just by spilling it. So I'm going to paint those areas with glue here and down there, and then I'm going to fill it with ballast. So I might film a little bit of it, but yeah, you don't need to see all of that because I've done it before. which well, now I've got all the ballast in the places that it's going to be, and it is kind of glued down. I've got my PVA and water solution mixed up in here, and I'm going to drop down some water into the ballast, and hopefully it'll spread out a bit and it'll set, and that'll all be good. So that's my next step. So as you can see, while I've been waiting for the glue to dry, I've been occupying myself with some other things, and as you can see by this pile of discombobulated legs lying on my desk and this coach here, I've been putting passengers in my Hornby 4-wheel generic Great Western coach that I got from my friend Larry. So this is how it looks on the inside right now. There's nothing there at all. There's, presumably this is a gap for fitting the mag lighting system, and I've been using some of this Revel contactor glue that I got in Kersveen, and this is my rather colourful set of passengers that I have glued in. I mean, like, I have no idea what scale they are. I think they're supposed to be HO or something like that, but they're ridiculously tall, and so I've had to sever their legs, as you can see. But basically, yeah, that's going to make it look more populated. I can't put it back into the coach yet until the glue dries, because I don't want the windows to like frost up or whatever like happens with super glue. So I'm going to leave those in the sun somewhere to dry, I guess. And then I'm going to fit the coach board things that run along the bottom of here, which I haven't got round to doing yet because I wanted to put people in. I'm not going to fit a light because I don't have one, but there's always the option in future to do that, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for more glue to dry, and you'll see that in the final video bit of the thing being assembled. Now, reassembly for this should be fairly simple because it came apart quite easily once I found a place to get my screwdriver under the body. So this goes like that, and then the body goes on like that. It seems to be pretty secure, so I just have to add the boards to that, and we'll see it on Project Aldwyn at the end of the video. But you should be able to see the people inside it now, which is quite cool. So there we go. A bit more realistic now. Oh, look at that. That is really cool now. And they'll be in a way that I can't really notice that they've got terrible paint jobs to them. So I'm going to wait now until that's dry, and then we can peel off the grass. Right, well, the ballast is now dried, and I hoovered any loose stuff, so that's how it looks now. And so we should try now and peel off the grass from its backing and see how it goes. I'm not very well, so bear with me. It might be a bit challenging. This is the field where the blacksmith's forge is going to be. The forge will be over here in the yard. So just fight with this. see, some of this has worked really well and some of it hasn't. And I don't know if it's to do with how much grass is actually on the, or how much fake grass, in terms of how I'm using it, is attached to the backing. You know, if there are thinner parts of the lining attached to the backing, whether that is affecting it or not. This bit. I'll have to trim this down for where my sheep are going to be coming over the wall. Flatten it down or whatever. So I can always add some scatter or something. Tease up some of these bits because they're a bit long. Bits of string or something there. So I'm hedging along the back of there, and I'll trim this down a bit and stuff. Listen, my layout's mostly about creating an impression, so it doesn't have to look absolutely realistic. So the grass will need trimming down, but as you can see now, I've already done this area along here and up to here, and once it's all trimmed down a bit and I've added in the detailing, it won't look like such a mess, and it'll look more neat, I suppose, but not unrealistically neat, if that's a thing. So yeah, that's the ballast and the grass work done. And here is the result of all that hanging basket liner and ballasting. And I've got the buildings back on the layout, and my 56XX tank engine. And I'll just squeeze down the side of the layout here to show you. There I've got my coach with my passengers in. So I hope that the layout's looking a lot more impressive now than it was at the start of the last video that I did, where it was pretty bare. I still have the goods yard area to do, but I have bought a goods yard crane and platform thing, a Hornby thing, second hand, that I'll have to get shipped here soon. So now I'm going to see if I can get a whole shot there, run the locomotive off of the layout and show that it does actually still work. Just shuffle past here. Right, so it's the first train to leave the newly grassed station area. I think that's the right direction. There we go. So that concludes this episode of Project Aldwyn. Don't forget you can like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and find the other videos in this series on this playlist that'll post up at the end of the video. I'd also like to say thanks to everyone who's been watching my videos lately, and thank you to all the new subscribers who have subscribed to my channel recently, because I'm now over 50 subscribers. Some people have like 10,000 subscribers, and I'm amazed that I've got 50. So thanks very much for subscribing and liking and commenting on my videos. And hopefully I will have a new Beaglington-On-Sea video up before I go on my summer holidays. So cheers, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.